Hello, my name is Machiavelli. I'm the jungler for Mumble Cabal, also the team captain, although I do none of the work. The man who does all the work is with me here today reviewing our solo top.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Monocle, and I literally do all the work. He does almost none of it. He shouldn't even have the job, but we keep him around for his good looks.
It's true, I am the most handsome person on our squad.
I did
Uh,
not say that, but okay.
so anyway, let's talk about team comps to start. I mean, I really like your guys' team comp. I think the Skarner, Ori, Sona, Jace, Graves, they give a good bit of everything, and they synergize well. So, in terms of picks, I have nothing really I could say to you, besides the fact that Shio always does this.
I can
If you're
say
watching,
I can say called the Skarner pick.
he did.
Mumu was banned. We picked Maokai. I was like, they're gonna pick Skarner. Next pick, boom, it happened. Just like,
So,
yep, feel like a man right now.
so this was an interesting choice by you guys. The Red Invade on Mao playing Skarner. Now, I wasn't sure why you did this, to be honest. Level 1, you guys don't really have any CC. And if you had been unlucky, I would have started Raze, which means I would have been sitting in the brush which you warded, and had rates there sort of staring. Not to mention, yeah. So, you know, it was a weird choice. I think you also lost blue because of it, because you had no one guarding your blue. Um, so I really am not sure why that happened. Um,
I didn't think they were expecting us to be over there. I didn't. I think they were expecting us just to start blue since it is Maokai and he is blue dependent.
yeah, but I mean, Makai often will start race to insta blow him up. I always do. Oh, and then
And then
Ori gets caught.
yeah,
Yeah, see, that was a
there's
little.
the fail Q right there. Yep, but he gets the
Yeah.
auto attack.
Yeah.
That actually kind of screwed up our AD carry and support just because they took too long to get down to bot lane.
Yeah, but I mean, he still came to bot lane with first blood, which is always nice. And then here we're looking at the top lane. Jay's versus Cho is always an interesting matchup. The big thing is just that it's not really not that it's not it's not a bad pick into Cho, but just that Cho will always be big and will always be strong. I see Cho as like a terribly shut down the early game, and just because of the feast lets them build tanky and they still have health and they just become really scary.
He becomes too strong late game no matter what.
Yeah.
And Jace just doesn't. He's not as big. He just can't keep up with Cho at the very end.
But that said, Jay still isn't a bad champ.
Oh yeah, he mean with the Skarner pick. Oh yeah, that was definitely
Yeah.
a good choice. And the Skarner, Oriana, and the Sona pick. That's just tons of speed ups for
Yeah.
Skarner.
And after we invade your blue, I do find it interesting that you guys didn't make an attempt to grab our blue, because that fed Lux an early blue, which was, I believe, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was fairly problematic for your Ori.
Yeah, Malink or Mid actually said that your Oriana couldn't farm as well. He started to catch up eventually, and he just went way past her. I believe at some point he almost doubles Oriana's farm. Of course, that might have been not been this game.
And the no blue on Skarner forces him back early. Oh,
Um,
Sona.
as Sona, we counterpicked the Sona pick. We just took Tarek because all you have to do against a Sona is just lock her up and she's immediately dead. And that's just a free kill.
The gank on bot, you guys ended up fine, although we burned a flash, but keep in mind that a lot of junglers will come from try if you're on blue side bot. And you always want to be wary of that, because I know for me it's my favorite way to come, just through enemy jungle, through try. Particularly if they don't have a particularly scary jungler. Like Skarner is scary, but I know I could get away from him. And he's not like an aggressive dueler or counter jungler that's just going to stick to me and murder my face.
I believe it's soon is when you gank top.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see that.
What Jace was doing.
Yeah, because I was so confused when Jace just didn't show up. I started to think, well, maybe he's trying to gank us. Yeah, but as Sona against the Taric Ezreal, you should mostly try to stick back and use your range as get the max range as much as possible.
Yeah, and really poke him. I think you also, I think in top lane, I feel like Jace could have done more to take advantage of his range. I mean, this is your realm, but
You may have wanted to have Skarner actually camp bot a little bit more just because it was countered.
so here's the gank.
Oh yeah,
You survived this just because you're big.
he's too fast. But we don't mind. Let's go back to that.
So you go back to inner turret and back, which was the right decision. I think at this point, as soon as that gank came out, I think that, you know, it might have made sense for Skarner to come up there. Or at least when, you know, Jace knew he was low to be like, Skarner, I need you to cover.
Skarner was all the way bot like
yeah,
that whole time.
But I mean, he did have the time to get out of it. Especially because Ezreal, especially as Skarner, Ezreal Taric is just a terrible lane to gank.
Yeah, Jace kind of sat all the way under their fountain for way too long. It was...
I mean, he might have been buying, but he really needed to get out there and head back.
Yeah.
Because we look at this turret, we just take it. And that, we're already 1.3k up because of our 2 kills and the fact that we're farming a little stronger than you guys. And then we take this turret. And, you know, that expands our lead by quite a solid chunk.
You know, I mean, we were able to take that without any opposition. Is opposition even a word? Why does that not sound right?
Resistance. Opposition is a word, but
I was probably thinking of resistance. I don't know. That just sounded weird.
So here's Skarner.
I don't think I've ever actually said opposition.
Interesting that this Skarner has been really focused on taking my red buff.
Oh yeah, didn't you like not get your red buff like all game?
Pretty much, yeah. But Mao isn't super red dependent because of my Q. Like I like the red buff on him for sure, but I can live without it. And I think actually he might get caught here.
Yeah, I think for Skarner though, it's really good to have red on him because his gates aren't particularly flawless. Like Maokai has hard CC, he just has a slow, and that extra red buff slows.
Oh yeah, here we go. So I went in there to
yeah, I was kind of derping, but I really don't think I could have got there in time to save you.
No, I went up there to ward the blue, and whatever. And that was bad luck. I probably should have been a little more wary, but I just wanted to get in there and ward up your blue and get out.
Yeah, I was actually surprised you didn't take your own blue. We actually had Lux come over for the steal, but we'll go for it.
Sorry. So you end up with 3 top for a while.
Yeah, I believe they actually attempt like to take the tower while I'm here. Gotta say, that's not a very good choice against Cho'Gath, who has a bunch of AoE and could clear.
Especially because Cho has some great work there. Do we pick up something?
I don't think we get the kill. I think he is able to get away. Yeah, the flash.
Yeah. Disengaged from Jace. That was a nice job disengaging on us, but
yeah, you shouldn't have been that far in.
And then I don't think, oh yeah, Lux is back and I'm in my jungle and I actually don't get there in time for the blue buff, which was just a huge waste to take it and to try and ward it in the first place.
Yeah! I had to
you had gone up there and ruptured, you might have gotten it. Oh, then
I didn't think you were gonna be in there fast enough. It took me.
That's right, because then I went balls deep in this.
Yeah, it took me. Yeah, that was my bad. I should have just kept going, but I didn't really want to like get kind of sandwiched. I didn't really want to try to sandwich them because if I got caught off.
Yeah, I mean, I was coming around, Lux was coming around. It was a risky play, but I think it would have been manageable, especially because Skarner was very low. But in the end, I went in there by myself, which wasn't good. Well, looking at it right now, I mean, you guys are, besides bot lane, which is 69 to 57, but on the other hand, Ezreal is also carrying 3 kills.
Here's another thing, Jace. You're just sitting in Fountain again.
Yeah, you gotta speed up those buy times. You really gotta get used to navigating those menus. The trick you can do is actually to...
P, I believe, is to enter into the actual buy menu.
Yeah, but then another thing is when you're buying, you can, instead of hitting the buy button, you can double-click the item, or you can hit the sort of purchase thing. So see, here Ori comes to try and contest it, but we have enough wards left to see her coming.
We don't catch her out here. Actually, no, this is like where a team fight actually starts to happen, our first one.
Yeah.
She went to go flash, and she actually...
We really should do these a little earlier than we do, though, because we seem to...
Yeah, we kind of thrive on them.
No, I'm saying we should do these reviews a little earlier, because I'm forgetting what happens in this game, because we had 2 more games after this, and then it's the next day.
Yeah, well, no one wanted to do them last night.
And I think we dived to Sona. Yep.
I watched her second game.
Sorry, I'm really...
I watched her second game, and it was seriously like that first play on Jax.
Yeah.
That just made him really big in that lane. We should have immediately switched when that happened.
Yeah, me and Abe were talking about it too, and we agree. But this isn't pertinent to our current game.
Yes. We don't have to. Yeah.
It was a good idea for you guys to try and contest it in some way. Luckily, Baby Name was smart enough to body block the Q. We also have a lot of secure on this team between my smite and Monocle's ult. Like,
I mean, 1,000 damage plus, I believe at this point, your smite probably did
540, I think.
570.
570. All right. Well.
Yeah, I mean, we had 1570.
And buff secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have just let us have it, kind of just going back and farm a little bit.
There was nothing that happened, and I guess so. But it's like putting a little pressure on Drag. It didn't really pan out. Oh, Lux might die here.
I believe he actually gets away.
Is Sona, when you're that far behind in a lane, and you're that pushed in, you really don't want to enter a bush without warding it, especially with a Taric there, because he's just going to stun you in the face,
Yeah, those early kills on Sona snowballed our Ezreal so much.
Yeah. I get red for the first time.
I'm not really sure what Jace was doing down here. He was kind of just like taking farm from Graves, I guess.
I think they wanted to push out bot. I think that was the kind of the main plan here.
I mean, after that we took out that tower, Jace kind of just gave up on top completely.
Well, it's always a tough situation to lose a tower early because you're not beefy enough to really get out of ganks yet. Yeah. I'm wondering what the decision here. Oh, Jace came with Skarner to ward. I think letting Skarner do that and keeping the siege up or going and doing something else would have been a better use of your time.
I believe it was this game. Did he actually get a kill here?
No. Me and Skarner sit there and we sort of flirt with engaging with each other, but we end up not doing it. And then the Q goes out on Sona, gets caught again.
Oh, you took just 2 unnecessary tower hits there.
Yeah, I was just trying to get as the kill, but I screwed it up a bit. I ended up taking the kill too.
Yeah, ever since they increased the range on some of the towers, a lot of people keep getting hit at max range because it's just.
Well, the idea there was honestly to get behind her, because what I do is Mao, the move basically is you snare, walk past them, and then kind of knock them back and slow them with your Q. But I shouldn't have sat there under that turret that long. I should have just sort of pulled out.
Oh, and you didn't go and get your blue as soon as possible, so kind of just stole it.
Especially
You might want to think about warding if you're not gonna get blue like right away.
Yeah. Actually, even pink warding, when you have seen evidence that we like to ward it, warding your own blue is not a bad. Pink warding your own blue is not a bad idea, even if you're behind, because odds are you're gonna get the money for it.
Yep.
And
knowing where the enemy team is like key to winning.
I don't know what the hell that was, where I like walked next to Ori and then like walked off and then snared her, but.
Oh, and then they tried to pull off some kind of lane swap, and it just... I think I ended up dying because I was just like, I got greedy.
But I mean...
I didn't think Graves did that much damage.
This Sona ends up getting caught so many times, though.
Yeah, I died here.
Yeah, you did. I think... Oh, I came in to try and save you, but it was too late. And then I went on Sona, and I think I died too, very stupidly. And then that was a very wild ult from Sona. I mean, I don't know if that was just smart casting gone awry, but...
Let's see. I want to see what Sona's stats are. I think you need... I think your Sona needs to have a little bit more tankiness to her. So ever since they nerfed her tankiness has just been like nothing.
Come on, I think she's also... Yeah, she's level 7 right now. I mean, she's behind everyone else.
Oh, that's true. But, yeah, I believe I bought oracles at this point. Or no.
No, I think you bought it.
Oh, yep, I bought it right here. I went back to buy it. And,
well, you guys were up top. The big thing I think you had trouble with was that, I mean, besides obviously the kill gap and the farm gap, which aren't good, is that when we were out of position, you guys weren't there to take advantage of it, and when we left shit open, you guys never really capitalized on it. So you look at it, we still have 3 turrets up. We haven't really won a team fight yet, but you guys haven't had coverage on your objectives, and that's let us sort of clean them up.
oh, we won the team fight.
Yeah, we had like 1 team fight though. And we only translated that into a dragon, I think.
I think we got at least 2 kills out of that.
Yeah, we got 2 kills. I'm saying that, like, you know, like, top turret spends a lot of time open.
It is still anybody's game at this point.
Well...
I mean, we already know who wins. We won.
We're 5k ahead at this point. Like, that's pretty screwed up. Oh, yeah, we missed the kill on Sony here because I try and leave it open for Ezreal, but he doesn't get in on time. We actually don't translate this into any kills.
Yeah, that's where we found out Orianna did no damage at that point. We just started to build armor because Orianna had no damage to her.
Interestingly, you guys literally just let Lux sit there. I don't know if it's because you were tempted by the no mana, low HP Mao, but like Lux was able during that whole fight basically to just get free turret hits off.
I'm not exactly sure what that was with the whole Jace speed up on the Skarner, and then he just kind of walked up to me and ran away. But you should have engaged on that, because I was all by myself.
They might not have known that though. They don't have much vision in that
Well,
area.
they had a ward right underneath us because we were starting to take it. We were about to take it.
Alright.
Yeah, I actually let our support Tarek get all the ward kills that he was near. Try to give our support some.
So here we go. Dragon
advantage.
comes up. And it is unwarded from you guys right now, and uncontested. There goes the ping out, at least. But I think we actually chose top. I don't remember what happens here. See, it's hard to comment on the game when you actually don't remember what happened in it anymore. So sorry about that. I'm sort of...
We should, like, do these in between our matches.
Yeah, actually, though. We don't always have time, though. That's right, Monaco sits in mid for a bit when I'm like, why aren't you here so I can engage?
Oh, I was waiting for my ult to come up so I could get that one more nom in so I had more health.
Oh, yeah. Sony gets picked off. Lux lands a very good ult. And,
Yeah,
dead already.
Your Sona was a little bit too important. She needed, well, not really sure what to say, but I mean, if you guys had her, you'd be way better off in team fights because of her ult.
Yeah, her ult provided a lot of the team fight control you guys
And
needed.
every time we took her out, it was just like, oh, they're down to Sona ult.
Yeah.
This is golden.
And I mean, really, I don't know why, but your carries are just not that scary right now. I don't know if it's a farm issue or a kill issue. Even the Graves was not really, you know, I didn't have that much HP and I wasn't getting particularly chunked from it.
I'm not really a big fan of getting a Bloodthirster if you're behind.
Yeah, it is a cheap alternative, though, I think.
I mean, oh, there's my fail ward. Put it right into the red
paying
pit.
attention, so for example, top lane just now gets taken on its own, and making sure that, you know, if you're in a position to contest something, you want to make sure that keep timers on dragons basically, so you know when it comes up, so you can make sure you push your lanes beforehand, and that you're not in a position that, you know, you're going to get a team fight, you're going to lose it, and you're also going to lose a turret just because it's gone, you know, just because the lane was pushed. Pushing.
I felt a little bit like St. Vicious this game because I walked over like 4 wards without realizing it and had to have people tell me that they were there.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember seeing that, and I think it was the IPL. He just missed like 20 wards.
I remember it from that. I remember it from you too.
Yeah.
Alright, so Skarner comes in, but you know, see, in this situation, I guess because you didn't have vision, you had no way of knowing, but
yeah, our oracles probably messed them up a lot.
I just felt like you guys maybe were a bit too timid a lot of the time. But I mean, at this point, actually, it's probably better to be timid. You guys are 10k behind. Like, this is a tough situation.
Yeah, you would have had to pull off some really, really insane
plays.
Yeah, to be able to catch up.
I mean, if you had a good Sona all coupled with... The issue is, I think maybe with this team, a Jax would have been stronger than a Jace, just because you don't really have anything to jump on the carries. You have a decent amount of team fight control. Skarner doesn't do enough to the carries. Like, if you had someone that could really blow up the carries, like a Rengar... Oh, so here we go. I go kind of a wild engage, but just because you guys have been so timid, I basically said, alright, I'm just going to engage super wide. Super far from my team because I know that they can get in there quick enough. So that was sort of my logic there. And you guys ended up burning like a fair number of ults. Like, I know that Graves ult went out to secure the kill.
Yeah, Graves actually got away.
A couple ults went out sort of trying to stop Maokai from anything, which is like, you know, after I've initiated, what am I doing? I'm a burst tank.
Oh yeah, we let our bot tower go.
See, that was a mistake on our part. But we're also so far ahead at this point in the game that like we could sort of afford it. Not that it's any time. You should never really let it happen.
You guys have a Jace, and well, we have a Lux, so she can walk over and and an Ezreal. They can just ult a lane from a distance. But with the Jace, he can get quickly up to a lane, take out just send one QE at the big minion wave, take out a bunch of the minions, just walk away. And
you have your trick too, right? With the Jace, with the back lane.
Oh wait, what?
Jace, when Monaco plays Jace, he likes to use his QE on just the caster minions in the back because...
Oh yeah, it starts to push the wave. It's slow, but it pushes it. You'll get a big... Yeah, it snowballs. That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a failed double ward there.
And I think you guys get a little bit caught out, but you just have a ton of CC, and your CC isn't where you need it to be. I think Skarner I found surprisingly not sticky though. Like when he got on someone for some reason, I don't know the reason for it, but he didn't seem to really stick to them, which surprised me. Alright, so now I get pressured under turret. I think I die here trying to save
you shouldn't have stayed.
Yeah, I thought the thing is you two were so close. I thought you guys were coming.
I mean, it was a we had none of our damage.
I don't know where the hell they were during
They
all that.
were getting blue as fast as possible, so they would be ready for Baron.
Well, that was a good job pushing the objective when we were weak. That was definitely a strong choice.
There's another part where I walk right past the ward.
Sona gets caught. I don't know why Sona sat in that brush for that long. But she gets caught again, and that makes it very easy for me because I'm just like sitting in the far brush, and I'm like, all right, I'll let Ezreal drive her out and just snare her when she comes out of the brush.
Then the KS from Lux.
It was
Kill
a
secure.
fairly epic kill secure.
See some pings go out. You know, do we even like use pings very often?
We do a fair bit. I use a lot of pings. I actually ping pretty much all the time.
Just never noticed it. I believe they actually start to catch up at one point. Like, we have a bad engagement around here.
What happens here? Because Graves is a bot.
Oh, you know what it was?
Oh.
We went to go get Baron, and
No, isn't this where we dive and die stupidly? Because I'm like, let's just go deep in that paint.
Wrong game. No, yeah, you may be right. I don't know. We'll see.
Hard, I think.
We'll see. It's either the part where our Lux gets caught out, or...
Here we go. Yeah. So then I dive, I jump on the Graves, and then there's not really much of a follow up there, and that pans out somewhat.
Yeah, you actually did get the Sona ult and the Ori ult like really well.
Yeah.
That was actually really nice. That screwed us up.
I mean, I think that you guys weren't expecting me to go then, but I just saw the opportunity to jump on Graves, so I did, and everyone seemed to back out at that moment, which was unfortunate.
Yeah. I lost my oracles from that. Darn you, Mac. It's alright. I think I'll pick up another one. And just keep giving the ward or the ward kills to Tarek. Oh, this is where they get caught.
Because the pings go out and they start doing the blue, and there's a ward there that they don't know about. Well, I don't know. There we go. So now Skarner finally gets in it.
Yeah.
They get the blue even. Ooh.
Yeah, and then
see Skarner be a little bit sticky.
Baby was just like, go for it. Leave me.
One thing you do really well, Skarner, is the fact that you actually run past your guy before you hit them. So like you sort of orb block your auto attacks when you're trying to stick to them, which is it's the right way to play Skarner, and that's impressive that you guys had that locked up. Yeah, I put pings out on mid turret, so I want you guys to cover it.
Guess the worst pings. Like,
I ping a lot.
This was yesterday after like the first game, so.
You guys grabbed Dragon here. That was another smart thing to do. Grab yourself an objective, and it was unwarded, which was a mistake on our part. So this helped close the gap a little bit. I mean, the big issue is that had this been a close game, that might have been a game-winning set of plays for you. But
yep, there I go, walking past another award.
Yeah, I remember yelling at you for this one.
This is the part where Lux gets caught out. I believe Sona. No. Yeah, we threw a ward on the other side of the wall for our Lux. Some point here. There it is. We were just trying to catch somebody off guard.
I think I was really tempted to go like crazy deep in that, but
Yeah,
I
we didn't want to after that last time though.
and I wanted to like go
Yep,
to the next one.
this is where we made a mistake.
Oh yeah, me. Well, that was mostly Mealing because we disengaged. And
Yeah,
then
we told him, but he just didn't click. He was too focused on
that was
harassing.
a really good job picking off our carry though. And look, I mean, you guys closed the gold gap here fairly well. I mean, I think you pick up a Baron next.
I don't think they picked it up.
How did they pick it up here?
I believe we pushed them off because Graves just
tanked it.
Oh wait, no, nobody got it. There was like a mini engagement thing, like right here, yeah.
I don't know why Jace went up over there.
Graves just jumps over, we push him back off.
The Sona ult was also a bit premature. I think it was not a bad. Oh, and then I go on the Graves.
Yeah, you should have stood on the other side of Graves, so Graves took the Baron aggro. That would have gotten you a kill.
That's true. I didn't think about that, but I expected everyone to sort of be there with me, and then you guys sort of wore it up.
You kind of snared through a wall.
No, I know, but then like if you, I mean, you can watch it again in a bit, but after they sort of come down to come to me, you guys sort of hesitate to chase them down. I think maybe because you didn't realize I was on that side of the wall, but
I think it was mostly because Lux wasn't there.
Yeah, and I think also you guys like I tend to be the initiator for our team most of the time. Unless it's like a game where I'm playing Lee Sin and we have Lux and Lux picks someone off and that's the initiate, but when we're not having like a pick off sort of, I'm usually the one to initiate the full team fight, and so I think perhaps without me there, like kind of on the other side, you guys didn't have that lead to follow. So we ended up getting the Baron here then.
Yeah.
I think a big thing you gotta do is, we hit Oracles, right?
Yep.
I think when you guys disengaged there, you shouldn't have gone off all the way. I think that you guys sort of should have come back and tried to contest it because you really don't want to let the enemy team have Baron. It's just not a good thing. And that, like, really, what gains you were making sort of disappeared with that as well.
Yeah, I at this point, I just wanted to get a Frozen Heart. Because your Graves was starting to get pretty big. And he's 6-1 at this point. I think Graves was really the reason why we lost the first part of that engagement. Okay, so since we're towards the end, top 3 things both teams should work on. We'll do our team first. We'll do our team first.
All right, I guess maybe a little bit less balls deep. I think that the turret dive there was silly. I think my initiates on my Mao are often a little bit less obvious than on my Mumu, because usually when I Mumu initiate, you guys just sort of are there and you see it coming, and I think the Q goes out, and that's like a kind of a good warning. And when I Mao initiate, it's like all of a sudden I'm flying into something, and I think that I need to start picking or warning you guys better so that we have a stronger follow up after I jump on someone. So that'd be 1 for me for our team.
Okay, I've got 2 for the number 2 slot. Pink Tarek skin.
Yeah.
That's a big one. We need a pink Tarek skin, or else how are we ever going to live? And me not walking past wards.
Those are both very excellent points. For you guys, I think just, your Sona was a big problem in this game, and I don't mean it to be rude, but it was just, she got caught too much. Like, she repeatedly got caught. She wasn't there when she needed to be, and her ults, she had a couple of really good ults. Like, I will absolutely say, there were a couple ults there that were incredibly solid, but a lot of them were sort of, you're not getting the team fight control you need. She also maybe needs to build some MR, because she kept getting picked off.
Oh, yeah.
This was a good pull here.
Abe got caught out.
Yeah, it was unlucky that he had his GA already, but that was a very good pull by Skarner, because you got the R80 carry sort of out of position and you blew him up really nicely. I think another thing to work on is I don't know. I mean, decisiveness maybe.
Yeah, you guys did kind of have like a there's the flash to get the auto attack. But you guys did kind of it looked like you second guessed yourselves a couple times.
Yeah, I think I'm
Like
more
on some pretty
decisive.
big plays.
I think that often I have found that a poor but decisive initiate is better than a good but indecisive initiate, which is to say that as for me as the initiator most of the time for our team, when I kind of jump in on something and it's a bad initiate, my team, I know I have faith in my team and I know that they can usually pull it together in a way to make some moves, so that even if my initiate's kind of okay, it'll turn into something. But when I'm sort of uncertain about should I initiate or not, then it's sort of like when I do initiate, they're not ready for it, they don't follow up well. So having a tendency to ping and just initiate decisively when you see the window, to just jump on it and ping it and just say, I'm going. It makes a big difference for the game. You'll find.
Last one, Jace, you gotta work on buying faster.
Yeah.
That was like the whole reason we took the first tower, and you kind of got behind from it. So just work on that a little bit.
I know it seems like a stupid thing, but it actually is fairly important, and it can really be to your detriment if you like you saw you lost the turret.
Yeah, not being in tower, not being in lane for like an extra 10 seconds. That can mean like a whole entire minion wave, a tower. That can mean a lot, especially in the early game. But you got anything else, like last tidbits?
Not really. I mean, these things happen, but it was a good game, and we enjoyed playing against you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We wish you luck in future matches, and thanks for listening to our terrible ramblings.
Yep. I'm Dr. Monocle, solo top from Mumble Cabal.
I'm Machiavelli, jungler, captain, and general incompetent degenerate for Mumble Cabal.